Welcome back to AM Northwest. If you're single and hoping to find love this year, our next guest says there's one resolution you need to make and keep it. We welcome back relationship and dating expert Kelly Marie. Great to see you again.
Great to be here, Helen.
The big one is focus on what you want.
Yes, it's so funny how people will focus on when they write a profile, when they're dating, they're
What I
focusing
don't want.
what I don't want, the negative part, what other people want from me, how do I fit that sometimes, and you really just want to focus on what do I want and how do I present it and invite it in a positive way.
Okay, and I would think that you have to just be real and honest.
Absolutely, but you've got to be real and honest with yourself first.
Right.
Like if you're not sure of what you want, but you think you do or you don't, you need to take some time and clarify, because you're just going to be attracting all kinds of different things, and it's just going to be like chasing squirrels, you know,
Yeah.
squirrel, squirrel, squirrel.
Yeah, so you say to acknowledge the hard and the hurt.
Absolutely. You've got to acknowledge this is hard. Maybe it's painful for you to be in the dating scene for whatever reason. Most people say they get burnt out at some point. They feel discouraged, frustrated. They feel like they can't get any traction. That's okay. But with like anything else, if we have a goal, you've got to keep at it. Now get a therapist, get a coach, get someone to help you, not just friends, because friends can sometimes get a little burnt out of being the support system, but you focus on you and present your best self. If you're looking for someone great, make sure you're working on being a great version of you.
Okay, so describe to me what I would put down, what anyone would put down when they're looking for somebody versus looking for what you want versus what you don't want.
Absolutely. So a great example of this would be, I have a lot of clients that when we start working together, I don't want someone that smokes. I don't want someone that's in debt. I don't. Versus I'm looking for someone who's physically healthy and fit and lives a healthy lifestyle. I want someone who's financially secure and stable. These are really great ways of saying what you want, but in a positive way, so you're attracting people that are looking for someone positive. Number one, like, because you want someone who's in an attractive and whatchamacallit, abundant, happy, positive mindset.
Right. No, I was just going to say that makes a lot of sense, because when you think in negative terms, the same thing essentially, then it does come across as, oh, I don't want this, I don't want that. But it makes a lot of sense to me to be positive about it. So
Absolutely.
talk about non-negotiables.
Yeah, I've been saying this for years, and I love that the term is becoming more widespread, because I think the message, especially to women, but I think to men as well, is you need to be universally appealing to everyone, and then you'll find your person. But if you were, if you could fit in every piece of clothing in a store, how would you figure out what you would bring home? Like, there's no selection process. So you need to actually have some non-negotiables. These are the things that if I don't have them, I will be miserable. I will not be myself. I will be unsatisfied. I will be unhappy, and I will leave this person. You've got to know that right off. And now I started off with saying you've got to be positive. So the positive is, I can't, the negative is I can't be with someone who's not adventurous. And the positive is I want to live an adventuresome lifestyle with someone who travels. Now, and you define what adventuresome is for you, because if adventuresome is travel, and for somebody else it's hiking and camping, that's a very different,
two very different things.
Two different things. And you can't say, oh, they're adventuresome, but if you don't like to do what their adventure groove is, you're not going to be enjoying one another.
Well, and shouldn't you already be doing that on your own?
Absolutely. You got to be the person that you want somebody to be attracted to. Even if you don't meet them at the class on fly fishing or the camping clinic or whatever it is, when they hear, oh, you went to a camping clinic, you went dancing, that's intriguing, that's interesting, this is someone who is living life, and I can see my place in their life, versus somebody that's like, oh, I'd love to do that. Are you the person that will make it happen for me?
Oh,
Very different energy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That definitely said it right there.
Yeah.
And I would think, though, still, like, if you're interested in taking classes, you're going to start meeting people who are interested in those same things.
Absolutely. And I give this such a great question and point, and I tell my clients something related to this all the time. If someone doesn't have all three of your non-negotiables, but they have one, and it's one that you've struggled to find in other people, or you have a friend that has that non-negotiable, say you're looking for someone that's very sincere, right? You want a sincere partner, and that's something you haven't had in the past. Be around as many sincere people as you can, even if they're a smoker and it's a deal breaker. Not saying you date them, not saying you have a relationship with them, but be around them so that you know what it feels like to be in relation, to have conversation, to have interactions with someone that has something you deeply, truly desire.
Right.
So you can say, oh my gosh, you know what comes up for me with this is I run away from this, or I feel uncomfortable, or anything you're doing to self-sabotage not being around those sincere people, or just getting into like, oh my gosh, this is wonderful, and getting that increased desire and attraction to go get it and the motivation to find it.
Love it. Focus on what you want.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you so much, Kelly.
Thanks.
Appreciate it. We'll be right back with more AM Northwest.